Good morning. It's July the 13th, and today's plan is to walk in sort of a cathedral between 13th and Victoria. Saskatchewan Drive, I should say, because I've done it between College and 13th. So I'm going to go on the other side and go up and down there. That's the plan. Don't trip over a dog, because there's always dogs. It's a lovely morning. It's only 17 degrees, so very nice, bright and cool right now. Some hot weather coming. Lots of days around 30 or higher, but today's only going to be around 29, I think. And it's quite cool right now, so a pleasant time for walking. I always walk this way, so I'll walk a slightly different way to get up to the corner here. Go through the alley. Somebody's alarm going off. Got to keep an eye on the time here. At 10 o'clock is my first board meeting as a member of the Sask Books Board. That's the Association of Saskatchewan Publishers. I was elected to the board at the annual meeting a little while ago. Today's my first board meeting. Still by Zoom, but I hope the next one will be in person. I always walk up the Crescent, so walking up the alley just makes a little difference. Gets us to the same place. Getting a haircut today. More exciting news. I have a lot of hair. It's rather like wearing a fur cap, which is, hot on a hot day. So getting that cut off will be nice. And still got editing to do. Edited another story for Shapers of Worlds yesterday. I'm behind on Tangled Stars. I stalled again. I don't know why. But I'll get back to it, get it done, get it figured out. And I have some nonfiction stuff I have to do today or tomorrow. I'll probably put that off till tomorrow, though. Yesterday I did an interview for the podcast, talked to Ryan Van Loan, who's a Tor author. That sounds like a very interesting trilogy. Enjoyed talking to him. So that podcast episode will go live this weekend. And then I'm also talking to Violet Milan, a fellow Daw author, on Thursday for probably the episode after that in a couple of weeks. And I've got others lined up, so I've got authors enough lined up for interviews to take me into September. And then I'm going to decide if I'm going to continue the podcast or not. It is a lot of work, and I've done it for 3 years as of this August. We'll see if I continue it or not. I probably will, but some days I think maybe I'd rather not. I'll walk up Albert Street here to start with. Again, they've got the flowers out here, which is nice. I'm getting unstable internet warning, which is really weird here on Albert Street. There really should not be a problem with internet connectivity. It's still showing unstable. It's weird. reason for it that I know of. Hopefully it picks up here and I don't lose my feed. At least my microphone's working. Oh, there it went away. About time. One thing I'm looking forward to my haircut is I won't have to wear a mask. Yay. Still plenty of heat in the sun, especially up here against the bricks as I go by some of these buildings. The air is cool, but you can feel the warmth is coming. Tomorrow I may repeat my downtown walk that I did on Saturday when my microphone quit working, because, you know, I did a lot of talking and nobody heard it, so I can say the same things and this time people will hear it. It's just after around 8:30, so quite a bit of traffic right now, people going to work, that sort of thing. Again, this is the dance studio where my daughter danced and worked this summer, Class X Studios, here on the left. That's why there's a dancer on the side of the building. Last time I walked up that side, didn't walk along this side. Bakery over there, I think it's still open. Doesn't look very open this morning. Old apartment building, City Hall there in the distance. A restaurant I don't think survived. La Bodega here has shown no signs of reopening, so I think it must be, at least for the moment, defunct. It's a shame. It's a nice building. It's an old house. It's had various restaurants in it. Oh, La Bodega's been there a very long time. It's been called Bodega, La Bodega. So I hope they come back, but I mean, they still have, like up on top, there's still furniture sitting out with awnings and stuff, so hopefully they're coming back. But so far, no, and with the restrictions having been open and restaurants back at full capacity, if they're not back now, I don't know when we might expect them to be. If you're there on YouTube or Facebook, please say hi, assuming the feed is working. It may or may not be, I never know, sometimes till I get home. It's the church where we got married. First Presbyterian Church. Sung there many times too. University of Regina Chamber Singers, when I sang with them under Catherine Lauren, that's where our concert was every winter. She always managed to schedule it opposite Grey Cup, which is the cat cafe. I haven't seen a cat in there for a long time, so I don't know if they're still open or not either. Still got cat toys and stuff around. Oh, and the Nouveau Gallery there. Okay, so this is 13th. I'll carry on up to, well, I don't think I'll go all the way to Saskatchewan Drive on Albert. There's another street I'll zigzag over to. Then I'll go back down to 13th and up to Saskatchewan Drive, one block at a time, which I sort of did earlier between College and 13th, until I ran out of time. There's Fire Hall number 1 there. I get the feeling I'm zoomed in a little again, more than I usually am. I think I am. That's better. It seems to be defaulting to less wide angle than I actually would prefer for these walks. So. There's the Thai. And coffee shop down there I've never been in. That's looking down 13th to downtown. Got this light just wrong. There'll be a left turn signal first, and then... Oh, there was no left turn signal this time. Guess it's the time of day. Yeah, that's weird that again defaulted to a bit of a magnification or zoom in that I don't really want. It's the second time that's happened, so I don't know if it's something that's changed in the app, maybe? I'll have to watch out for that going forward. So Credit Union Central over there, and GMS, the health insurance people, are right there. So far, nobody has said hello, which is unusual at this point in the walk. If you're there, let me know. Coming up beside Viterra here, which was originally an apartment store. Did I say apartment store? Department store. The towers are downtown over there. And now is Viterra, which was the Saskatchewan Wheat Pool main office. There's actually an office tower attached to this part of the building on the other end. But this is the one with all the interesting decorations. Okay, so here's Victoria. This time there's a left turn signal I have to wait for. Looking downtown that way. There we go. Victoria is the broad one with the boulevard. City Hall there again, starting to come around from that building. Greg's, where we got our dry cleaning done. I have a shirt in there right now. And then the gold building is SGI, Saskatchewan Government Insurance. This is Connexus Credit Union. Cooperator's Place. That'd be an insurance company. I'm going to not catch this light either on 12th. I don't know if I'll go all the way back to 13th or just Victoria to Saskatchewan Drive. Well, I said in my introduction I'd be going. I think I can safely cross here. I said I'd go between 13th and Saskatchewan Drive, so I guess I better keep my word. I don't think I'll make it all the way, though, before I need to think about heading back because of the meeting to get ready for. Again, if you want to get a passport, it's up there. There used to be a gelato place in here. I miss it. Go into once in a while. That was many years ago. And there used to be, as I said before, there was a movie theater on that corner when I first moved up here. And that old building has had several things in it. It's had a coffee shop for a long time, but it's been this design place, slow print, now for a long time. Well, I guess I'll walk all the way to Saskatchewan Drive and go around the corner. That was the original plan. So there's a Burger King up here that's been here a very long time. Although there was something else there when I first moved here. I don't remember what it was. Saskatchewan Drive is a very old road, which is why it's not straight to the rest of the roads. It angles. All right, go around the corner here. 1 block, and then we'll head back again as we start our zigzag. Back and forth here. There's Mosaic Place down there ahead of us. Mosaic Stadium, I should say. Doing something on this next road. An auto body. Always has that car sticking out of the end of the building there. Now, walking down Angus, in case you're wondering, turn your jewelry into cash. This was a kitchen supply store at one time. I think we bought cabinetry here, but it's not what it is anymore. Well, the complete silence from anybody on Facebook or YouTube makes me wonder if this is working at all this morning. If you're there, please say hi. I'm feeling all alone. Well, at least I know that the recording is working, so whether anybody's there live or not, you can find this later, which may be what you've just done.
a bit low.
Yeah, I'll probably only get about half of this done before I have to head home. Maybe I will just go to, I don't know, China Union Center. I think I'll just go to Victoria. I won't go all the way to 13th. Just so I can get a bit more. Although going to 13th has its appeal too. Okay, I'll stick to my guns. Go to 13th. And if I only get 3 or 4 blocks done, well, that gives me something to do later in the week. Don't know what black heart is, or BOKHRT. It's not immediately apparent from the sign. Oh, there's a t-shirt hanging in the window, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. Dentist. That's an old house, you can tell by the brickwork. Okay, here's Victoria. Excuse me. More work going on down here on this piece of Angus. Another old house. Now, Flow Health Center, whatever that is. It's quite pleasant in the shade. It's starting to get warm in the sun. What are they doing up here, besides partially blocking the sidewalk? There's a lovely bit of garden. Pretty flowers. So the corner over there is the Artesian, which is a former church that's now a performance space. When I was on the Golden Apple Theatre Board, when it still existed, professional theatre company, that was our main performance space. I performed in there too, and I had a book launch in the basement at once. Might do that again next time I want an in-person book launch. Has been for a while. Hasn't been for a while. Tradition store. Traditions handcraft gallery up here. Craft gallery. Let's see. Paper Umbrella is a stationery store. I've bought a few things in over the years. Cup of Tea is a tea store. And this is a new age bookstore. Not something I have much use for, but I guess some people like it. This is Ray Street. This used to be the Oddfellows Hall. I performed it here too, back when I was singing with Prairie Opera. Oof! Tripped over a crack in the sidewalk, or in the road. Then it's back into some nice treed residential block here. I think I must not be streaming. Nobody has said hello at all, which is... No, I don't get a lot of viewers, but I usually get somebody will find me. So you're presumably watching a replay of this, so I hope you're enjoying that too, even though you can't comment or ask questions. Dog on premises is a much nicer way of putting beware of dog, I guess. What the sign said back there. Nice old houses. These, I would say, are older than ours. Ours was built in 26. These have the look of a decade or two before that. This one is actually, well, it was a photographer's studio. I don't know what it is right now. It's in my historic walks of Regina and Moose Jaw. Actually looks like it might be somebody's house again. They have a screened-in porch, which I've always liked, although I associate that with the South. I don't know why you don't see it more often around here. Back across Victoria. More old houses. We're still close to downtown. There used to be a school here. It was torn down not all that long ago. Oh good, hi Colleen. Well, at least I know Facebook is working. I wasn't sure. And hopefully I have sound too. Yeah, that school, or at least the school building, was still there. It seems to me not that long ago. And then all of a sudden it wasn't, so I don't really know when it was taken down. I'm sure it's been a few years now. Time runs together. I'm near as old as I am. There are pigeons over there. So now it's just kind of an ugly lot. Hasn't really even been turned into a park, if that's the plan. Needs a lot of work yet. More old apartment buildings over there. One more block back to Saskatchewan Drive, and then we'll turn around and go south again on the next block. I get farther than I thought. I'm only coming up on the halfway mark now of the walk. But a few more blocks before I want to head home. A really new apartment building here. Still, well, some of these are older houses. Some of them are newer ones. I guess these are done like condos. look. The walk north-south gets shorter all the time because Saskatchewan Drive angles towards the south a bit, to the southwest. So each block it's a little closer to 13th, and you actually lose one of these blocks down closer to Elphinstone. I used to be in there. I have been in there. There used to be a design firm or something. Maybe way back when I was at the Science Center. Look up the corner here. Ow. Something in my shoe. Another hazard of walking. Usually I can put up with it. But once or twice I've had to stop and fix it, which is a bit awkward with the gimbal. Mosaic Stadium again. Drawing closer. One thing I don't like about walking along Saskatchewan Drive is the fact that the sidewalk is right up against the driving lane. So you really don't want to fall off the sidewalk. Into oncoming traffic. So this is Retallick. This would actually take me all the way down to our corner if I kept walking, but I'm not quite at that time yet. Boomtown Drums. It's a drum store. Right there. Used to be a motorcycle store, I'm pretty sure. Prairie Motorcycles, I think. Used to be in there. Don't know what it was originally. It's an old building. And now walking down Retallick. I don't know if you can hear the birds or not. I can. This will take us down the west side of that former school lot. There's a new house tucked in with the old ones. Tall and skinny. Ow! Feels like a pine needle or something in my shoe, which every now and then gets turned just the right way to stab me in the big toe, which is annoying. There's this side of the park. Again, we're not far from downtown. That's the Viterra building I was talking about, former Saskatchewan wheat pool. Some new houses and some older ones that have been done up a bit. Along here, they all get this nice sun because of the open space on this side, if that's what you want. The sun from the east in the morning. Makes your house light up nicely, but if your bedroom's on this side, you need some good drapes because the sun shows up early in the summertime. Although we're coming up on a month past the longest day of the year, so the days are getting shorter. Another old one there. Okay, here we go back across Victoria again. Where are we at now? 35. Probably I'll just go up once more and down once more and then head home. Got to be ready for my meeting at 10, Sask Books meeting. Also today, which I haven't mentioned yet, I have a new book out. Star Song. Talked about it quite a bit yesterday. Guess is why I didn't think of it today. It's young adult science fiction. It's in the sort of Robert A. Heinlein, Andre Norton mode, if you know who they are. If you don't, you should. Far future, outer space adventure. About this kid, he's being raised by an elderly guardian on a planet where he really doesn't fit in. And because he doesn't look like the people who live there. And the only thing he has of his parents, whom he knows nothing about, is what he thinks is a musical instrument, which he can just touch and make the strings play. He calls it a touch lyre. And when this isn't a spoiler because it happens in like first chapter, when his guardian is murdered, he's left on his own. So his dream has always been to get off this planet, go into space, see if he can find out where his family is from, maybe find relatives, find out more about this musical instrument. And so he heads off to the capital city of Cascada, and adventures proceed from there. As it turns out, his musical instrument is way more than a musical instrument. It's an ancient alien artifact disguised as a musical instrument. And he falls in with this girl named Tavera, who's a member of this is the pet store. I like the mural on the side of it. Especially the cat. Usually the dogs get pride of place in pet stores, and there's way more dog stuff in there than cat stuff. But at least on the side they have a big cat. So he ends up on her ship, and adventures ensue as they attempt to figure out who his parents were, this instrument, this touch lyre is, and not least, there are very powerful and dangerous men trying to steal it from him. So that's Star Song. It's available everywhere today. If you want to get it directly from Shadowpaw Press, you can download it there or buy a print copy. I don't have print copies in hand, but they're away. Shadowpaw.com is right. But you can get it anywhere: Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo, Indigo, Nook. Wherever you buy fine science fiction. They may not have it in stock, they certainly won't, but they can order it. From any bookstore in the world, you can order it. Distributed by Ingram. This is a nice block. The house is actually fairly nice. So that's Star Song. Check it out. And in fact, if you're someone who reviews books once in a while and would like a free EPUB copy of it, just email me, or you can contact me through the YouTube channel if you don't have my email. Or you can email me at ewillett, EWILLETT, @gmail.com. And I will send you a free electronic copy of Star Song, provided you promise to review it on Amazon. Goodreads is good too, but on Amazon for sure. That's today's marketing segment. Yeah, one more time up and then around and down, and that'll be it. I'll be heading home once I get around the corner again up here. and Saskatchewan Drive. You also get nice lighting with the sun being low and the leaves casting shadows on the houses. Looks nice. New one going in, it looks like. One more block up to Saskatchewan Drive. Now that used to be a little organic grocery store, but it doesn't seem to be that anymore. My daughter had a friend in elementary school whose father had a store there, and I remember taking her out for a birthday party at their farm once. But that was elementary school, and she's 20, so a few years have elapsed since then. Well, these are all new down at this end. This is Robinson. We'll go back south on Garnet, and head home. It should be about an hour by the time I get back home, which is what I aim for. And it'll still leave me with 40 or 45 minutes to get ready for my board meeting. Here's Saskatchewan Drive again. And I'll just remember this, carry on from Garnet and go clear on out to the Louvain on maybe a walk later this week or some upcoming walk. See, getting closer to Mosaic Stadium every time I do this. This is as close as we'll get this time. Football resumes. Their first home game is August 6th. August 14th. They have a bunch of them. Like in the first month, it seems like there's one almost every week. I could try to minimize travel for the teams. I don't know exactly how it works. We have season tickets. Don't know if we're going to the first couple of games. Seems like a long time since we saw any football. Pile of Bones Brewing Company is right here. They make good beer. Okay, now we walk home. Still think it's weird nobody has said anything on YouTube. That's why I wonder if the YouTube feed has gone down. I did have an extended period of bad internet connection off the top. It's possible I lost the feed without knowing it. So if you're on YouTube, say hi and put my mind at rest. There's little businesses here. Cooper Tools and Equipment. One more block over from here is my cat's veterinarian. Veterinarian. That's a word that always seems to come out as veterinarian, but it's veterinarian, not just veterinarian. You see, this block actually ends down there because Saskatchewan Drive keeps getting closer and closer because of the angle. Another block of old houses. Nice gardening. Yes, I did walk into that branch, in case you're wondering. That one was misjudged a little. Got brushed by the bush. I suppose if you got really tired walking in northern Saskatchewan, you'd be pushed by the bush. This is called the bush. Why is there a car door open across the sidewalk? That's annoying. Okay, once more across Victoria Avenue. And there are always fine old houses to look at. And some new ones. Apartments along here. I knew somebody who lived on this block. Again, a friend of my daughter's. Their house was right up here. I think it's this block, or is it the next one over? Maybe I'm off by a block. No, I'm sure it's this block. They lived along here. Live in Winnipeg now. They were in the film industry, and the film industry got basically wiped out in Saskatchewan when the government quit subsidizing it. Yeah, I think we're just back there. I remember this daycare here. There's the cathedral. That's why this area is called the Cathedral. I guess I'm not on Garnet yet. You'd think by now I would know the order of the streets. They're kind of interesting older row houses. Oh, of course, Cameron comes before Garnet. I knew that. Duh. Here's the cathedral. Now we just have to get across the street without being killed. 13th can be fairly busy, so. But looks like we made it. Westminster United Church. Another wonderful place to sing, and I have sung in there many times over the years. Well, several times at least over the years. And the cathedral there. Nicely lit up this time of morning. Holy Rosary Cathedral. Now we're heading home. And next to it is the rectory, right there. And then Holy Rosary School and the Catholic School Board offices are there on this end of that. And of course, old houses on this side. Catholic School Board. Separate school board. No, they actually say Regina Catholic Schools, okay. A nice older one on this corner. I like yellow. Don't know if I'd paint my house that, but I like looking at other people's yellow houses. This is 14th. So if I kept walking down camera, I'd come to that good old footbridge I've crossed many times. Won't go that far this time. I believe it's actually a senior's home. Small one. If I remember right. One for sale. It's the internet again. That having been 14th, this will be, wait for it, 15th. Another one for sale. Maybe I could get sponsored by a realtor to walk around the neighborhoods of all the houses they have for sale. People could get a sense of the neighborhood. If I remember right, I know somebody said on a previous talk that was their old house. They grew up in it, I think. Somebody on a walk earlier, or I guess it was last week, commented on the fact there's so much camping equipment on the streets. And yeah, it's that time of the year, that and boats. Another one for sale. Totally. Realtors. Sponsor me. I'll walk around your neighborhoods. Show off your house and the surrounding streets. Sometimes 3 people watch this at once. That should be worth thousands of dollars. Of course, they promoted it. Oh well, I don't suppose that will happen. Alrighty, we will just carry on now as we cross here onto the crescent, because this is Angus Crescent, which will take me straight home. So yes, the footbridge is on Cameron Street, but Cameron Street doesn't actually connect straight through because of the crescent. Well, that was fun. That guy came through the stop sign, and now he's immortalized. Or she, didn't really see. So that's an exciting moment in my walk. You don't see that very often. It's a four-way stop at that corner, so it was not my fault. More camping equipment. Oop, sprinkler. Will I get my feet wet if I'm not careful? Yes, I will. So I'll walk around. Unfortunately, they don't put license plates on the front, so if the guy back there had hit me, I would not have had a record of his license plate on the recording. But I did get the car, and possibly the face. So. Hopefully nobody ever has to look at my YouTube recording to figure out what happened to me. I mentioned before, that's a really cool house on the inside. It looks kind of small from the front, but it actually goes back and down and up, very open and quite something. All right, so here's the corner, pretty much right on the hour, 57, 58 minutes. That's darn close. And we will stop here. So thanks for walking with me, and whether live or watching the recording, and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.